What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. This one's from Artsploitation Films. If you're not familiar with them, they're put out just pretty much the kind of stuff I love. Horror, cult, just some, weird, creative, indie-type movies. This one is called Red Christmas. As you can see from there, it stars Dee Wallace. She's basically the matriarch of a family. She's brought her family together at the family home for kind of one last, holiday gathering together in that family home. All of her children have either grown and moved out or are about to, except for her son with Down syndrome, and she's having him placed into an assisted living facility, which he's cool with, to get some, so he can have some independence. And that, since she doesn't have all those responsibilities anymore, she's going to take some time for herself, and that includes selling the family house to fund a nice grand trip of Europe. And some of the kids are happy that she's, spending a little bit on herself. Others are very upset and can't handle the change of having the family home sold. So there's a lot of conflict, drama, dysfunction that unfolds over the course of the evening. Then there's this masked guy lurking out in the darkness, killing people, and then of course eventually he comes and knocks on the family door. And that's the rest of the movie is, what happens from that point on. This is definitely not your traditional holiday slasher movie. It deals with some pretty heavy subjects, including, a lot of family dysfunction, abortion, especially abortion, which you don't see handled a lot in regular movies, let alone in a horror movie. But surprisingly, the movie does a pretty good job of treating it tastefully and having it make sense and be necessary in the story. I'm sure some people will be offended by it, but, by the religious talk and the abortion talk, but that's just the way it is. I don't think it's in any way disrespectful or distasteful. I think the movie handles it pretty well. It does have some really good gore, too. It's got a couple really nice set pieces, one of which has these amazing Lone Wolf and Cub style just arterial fountains going off. That's just beautiful. And then there's also one where blood pours out of somebody's eyes. It's really cool. It's mostly practical effects, which is really nice. So bloodshed-wise, this movie definitely delivers. Nudity, I don't remember any nudity besides one guy showing his hairy crack. That's all I can remember on the nudity front. It's got some colorful characters in it. It's got kind of a creepy priest. It's got some loud, outspoken people with a lot of drama and dysfunction going on, which is always a good time, which leads to some good dialogue. Dee Wallace is really good in this. If every indie horror movie had a lead that was as anchored and they could anchor the movie like she does this one, they'd all benefit from that. She does a fantastic job and just brings her presence alone kind of brings a lot of depth to the character, and then in turn that enhances the movie. It's a pretty fun movie. It's got good pacing, it's got good dialogue, it's got good gore. It does take a little while to get going, but you need that family time to develop that dysfunction and watch it slowly build, and then just watch everything just kind of melt down. You need that expositional time, so it's definitely never boring or dull. The Blu-ray is from Artsploitation Films, and it's got interviews, blooper reels, more interviews, director's commentary. The transfer itself looks really good. This is a newer movie, so it's gonna look, great in HD. No complaints on that front. I think it's a pretty solid disc. The price is really good. I don't have any issues with the presentation at all or the price. I think it's a good value. I think it's a solid horror movie. If you're a fan, especially if you're a fan of holiday horror, it's always good to have a new, Christmas-themed horror movie to add to your collection. I definitely recommend it. Like I said, it's got good gore. It's got fun, colorful characters. It's got a great performance from Dee Wallace. It's got a good sense of humor despite it dealing with some kind of dark subjects. So that's Red Christmas. I definitely recommend it. If you like this review, please do check out my website, markfusion.com. I've got more horror, cult, exploitation, all kinds of stuff there, as well as video games, TV shows. And you can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at markfusion. If you like these videos, please do drop me a sub. I would greatly appreciate it. Definitely help me build my channel and my site as well, which would let me get even more content up if that's possible. Thank you so much for watching these videos. I really do appreciate it. That's Red Christmas from Artsploitation Films. Give it a look if you like horror movies, holiday horror, Dee Wallace, or really cool practical gore. Thanks, guys. See you later.